Adolescents, the discussion in between gas and EVs. Today, we are going to talk about the electrification trade-off. Although we use cars to go from point A to point B, traveling in a battery-powered car versus traveling in a gas-powered car actually does take a shift in the travel mindset. Let's look at the biggest elephant in the room. Going on a half capacity, your battery electric car will only go about 150 kilometers optimistically versus your regular hybrid car, which will easily go 400 kilometers or so on that same charge. So if your hybrid car is maximizing your distance between stops, what is it about time spent charging that doesn't bother most EV drivers? While we're talking about the trade-offs and the mindset, let's talk about the car care mindset. What we're also used to for hundreds of years with our gas cars now is oil changes that happens about every few months. If you care for your car and you want to protect the most expensive parts of that vehicle, the engine and the gearbox, you change your oil and your fluids on a regular basis. Now, with an EV, what you're talking about when you consider the most expensive part of the car, you're talking about the battery, aren't you? And in order to care for your battery, you want to charge slowly and really not take it too full. Maintain about a 50% state of charge. So, again, what is it about this mindset that really makes the trade-off still acceptable for the majority of EV drivers on the road? When you have to fill up to get where you're going, that is typically a road trip. In the case of traveling more than 300 kilometers, you have to stop and replenish that battery almost to full or so, or refill your gas tank to get back down the road. On a road trip, you're going to be paying for DC fast chargers level 3, which will be from 50 to 350 kilowatts. Big disparity. You have to know what charger you go to, and you have to know how fast your car can charge. If you already have to stop to shop, dine, or answer the nature's call, well, that's not so bad. But if you want to just get the furthest down the road as quick as you can with existing infrastructure, get a hybrid car. It will cut your gas consumption in half. Period. When you have the mindset of filling up where you're already at, so it does take 2 to 8 hours if you have to completely replenish the entire battery again with level 2 charging, meaning 7 to 24 kilowatts, much slower than DC charging. But that slower rate of recharge means that you can pay electricity prices that will take you that same distance for only 12 to 50% of what it would cost you to do on gas, right? Electrons are cheaper than gasoline for getting you down the road if you can take the time to refuel the vehicle. And considering how long it really takes when you fill up where you already are, which would typically mean getting home, plugging in, walking into your house at that point in time, and getting up to a fully charged car the next day, versus driving a gas car means you need to fill up to get where you're going. How many trips do you have to divert to fill back up with gas when you weren't intending to go to that place in the first place? You don't go to the gas station. You go to the gas station to get where you're going. So actually, it doesn't take that long to charge at all.